Hi guys. Okay, today I'm making a mug, Sublimation mug. It's actually a Cricut brand mug. I'm gonna make this mug and add a picture of my dad, my son, and myself, and an image that said, "We love you." I printed this out on the A-sub paper, as you can see there. Cut it into this shape to fit around the picture. And I printed out this image that says, "We love you." Printed it backwards. Both of these are printed mirrored, so they go on the mug the right way. So the first thing I'm gonna do is wipe down my mug with some alcohol. This is 91% alcohol, so you want 91% or better alcohol to clean off any fingerprints, dust, dirt, grime. The alcohol, 91% alcohol, absorbs really quickly, so that's a good thing. It's not gonna just stay wet. So there's that. Cleaned off real good. I'll give it a few seconds to dry. Help it along a little bit. I could actually see the moisture on the cup, so I can tell when it's pretty dry there. Okay. Now we're gonna take the image and place it on the cup. Just wanna give it a few more seconds to make sure it's dry. And then I'll wipe it again, go figure, of course. All right. Everything's all dried up there. I'm gonna take the images here and I'm going to put on my heat resistant tape. This, I believe, is a Cricut brand, so I'll link this. If I could find the beginning, that would help. Duh. Okay, here it is. It's tough to pick up that beginning. All right. That's what I always do. Cut the tape. Put one on either side of the image. I do that actually with both images. Put tape on either side. Have one image is like 4.5 wide, and the other one is 2 inches wide. So I'm trying to mostly cover the cup with the images. And I did this like a 3.6 height. So make sure it's right side up. Put that on one side of the cup. I normally start on one side and then pull it as tight as possible. Oh, my tape came off. Okay, pull it as tight as possible. And the tape came off that side. Just my luck. Let's start that process over. Okay. Start on one side. To tape it down. I want to get this tape straight with no bubbles or anything in it. And drag it around. Tape it down on the other side. And then same thing with this image. Make sure it's right side up. This one I'm gonna start over here so I have good coverage across the middle there. And the tape does the same thing for me over here. People steadier hands won't have this problem, but I do not have the steadiest of hands. And so we have our image on either side. Now we want to take the tape and secure everything down as much as possible. So we're gonna secure this down as tightly as we can. The tighter we get it, the less ghosting we have. Ghosting is where the image isn't quite touching the cup when the heat is applied. And so sometimes at the top and the bottom we get a little bit ghosting because it's not enough pressure on the picture. So you tape as much as possible. See the little gap there? We don't want that. So we want to apply as much tape as possible. You can never over tape it. Just more tape the better. Okay, then you want to do the same thing on the bottom. I'm gonna get this one so that I'm covering this edge as well as covering the top of or the bottom of the cup. So that's why I'm being real careful here on the edges. And getting it on this side. Hopefully my dad will like this. It is a Father's Day gift. He's probably gonna be like, why are you in the picture? I only like my grandson, but hey. Granddad loves his grandson. When his grandson came around, I stopped existing. And I'm cool with that. Okay. So we got the picture down pretty good. Now we want to do the same pressure on the words here. This one's a little easier because the top and bottom are not off the cup. Just make sure there's no overlapping. No gaps. You can overlap the tape, but I mean that, but there's no gaps in the image and the cup. You want it fully secured down. Words are a little easier because you have, it doesn't have to come all the way to the bottom. So as long as like the center part is covered, we're good. So, but you still want to get it nice and secure. There you go. So next, you want to take 2 pieces of butcher paper, wrap that around the top as best you can. It's okay if it's over the top. These are just kind of covering the image to make sure none of the ink from the image is getting on your machine. So, I should have cut the tape first, huh? Makes perfect sense. Get a couple pieces of tape there. And I'm gonna get your two butcher paper pieces. And shape one side down over here. Oh, I'm totally out of frame. Sorry there. I need one more piece of paper. I mean tape here. Duh. Of course, I struggle. There you go. And I have the Cricut press heating up right now. I'm gonna take you over there and let you see the process of pressing the cup. Oh, look, my paper, my tape came off. Gotta fix that. The butcher paper doesn't have to be so pretty. The purpose is to just catch any ink that gets past. So I'm gonna stick another piece of tape on here just to secure it, but it doesn't have to be super pretty. Sometimes the ink will come through and get to the butcher paper, and you don't want that ink to get to your machine. So, kind of a, oh, that was a noise that tells me the machine is ready. So we'll go over there. All right, the machine is ready. The green light is there. It was orange. I turned it on to make it green. I'm gonna put our mug inside. There we go, and then we shut this piece here, which closes up the cup there. And that will go, counts down, you see, when these are all lit up, then it's done. So, it's in there pretty tight, pretty secure. So hopefully we'll get a good press. Actually might want to, I'm gonna restart it because I want this side to be covered. The side with the image is more important than the side that has the words, because the words has more space on it in white that we don't need. So I just want to make sure the image is fully covered on this side of the cup. So we will be back as soon as the lights light up and the indicator goes off. All right, it's all ready. It's blinking, it's making noise. Actually, light just went out because it's done. So I'm gonna lift this lid, which releases the cup. I don't wanna touch the cup itself. I can only touch this handle because the cup is super hot. Notice that it burned the butcher paper, which is fine because the butcher paper was just there to protect, and the top part, which was not in the press, is what is burnt a little, but that's fine. So next we will let this cup rest for 15 to 20 minutes to cool off. Once it's cooled off, I'll come back and we'll do our reveal. Thanks. All right, time for our reveal. Let's see what we have here. We're all cooled down. I have white paint on me from other projects. Oh. Let's rip into this. Oh. Take off the butcher paper. Let's take off the image side first. Oh, actually, this wasn't the image side. This is, oh, it is. Sorry. Can't get into it, though. So much tape. Must have did a good job. Messed up a little bit. Take off our tape here. And actually, I did not do a great job at all. I must have not let the alcohol dry fully. So, this is a big old bust. The words look pretty good. The words look really great. But the image I could have done a lot better with. There's little, oh, you know what? Actually, some of that might be, yeah, as I scrape. Some of it is just white from the paper. So once I wash it, it'll clean up a little bit. But there's our image. And we love you on the back side. All in all, I'd say I'll clean up all this white stuff. It's just on top of the image. So I can just wipe it right off. You can see they're scraping off. So I'll clean that up and job well done. I'd say A-. Yay.